my hair for a while now, as I'm looking, and it looks amazing. I have amazing hair. I really need to
Good
cut it.
morning.
Hey, welcome to the show, to the
Congratulations
Georgian
on your
town.
amazing hair.
What's that?
I said congratulations on your amazing hair.
Yeah, I have to cut my hair, man. What I didn't go to cut my hair. I didn't have the time, like no time at all. And then I just took the scissors like a month ago, and I cut some of it myself.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but it didn't work really very well. But then I said, okay, it's gonna grow. So because you could see where I put the scissors too deep in it.
My god.
hmm Oh man, you don't know the story. When I had to drive the truck for that 1 month and a half, I have to drive a truck, man, across America, from Canada to Mexico and back. And dude, that was the most terrifying. When I was in Louisiana, stuck, it was so hot, bro. It was so hot. I said, I am right now in hell. This is hell on earth. But I needed money so bad, like I was in such a difficult situation. So I was in this people's warehouse waiting for the truck to be loaded. And then it was so hot, I went to Caesars, I went to the bathroom, and I cut my hair. But I cut like short. And you could see the lines in the head, like it was really, really bad. And then when the people was watching me, that was like crazy. They thought probably
Yeah.
this guy is crazy, completely
Yeah,
crazy.
man. You should live on Mars.
Yeah, man, life of a filmmaker. I was
Yeah.
listening, man, to an interview with Henry Rollins. If you think about it, I'm an actor, right? I'm on Screen Actors Guild, but this is not like a job that you can count on, dude. That guy, that's
Yeah.
what he said. He always had side gigs because there is no way you can do acting or stuff like that.
You have to understand, man. Acting, it's like you can, even if you're union, if you with the SAG, you still need to be famous to be hired all the time. You need to earn that to be making a lot of money as an actor. You gotta be recognizable. You gotta start working. You gotta audition all the time. You
And
gotta get
even
every
then,
part.
even when you become
Yeah,
famous, whatever, you go to these auditions and you don't get it. I mean, it's just rejection.
I got a couple people that I worked with that they were nobody. They were starting. They just like people. I give them the first opportunity. Now they are making good money and they won Emmys and all kind of awards and they achieved.
hmm
From hundreds of people that I work with, maybe five, I can tell five people that achieve the goal, and this is from a couple thousand people that I work with.
hmm Yeah.
So it's not even 1%, man.
It's tough to succeed in this business, dude. And with my hair,
Yeah,
right now, it's gonna be a great success. Jenna Jameson
yeah,
reveals she feared she couldn't lose weight sober as she shares before and after photos. So, weren't you at the party, man, one time with Jenna Jameson?
yeah, man. I went to a party in West Hollywood, man, and she arrived with her boyfriend. She had a long hair boyfriend. I think he was a fighter or something. I'm not sure who he is. That guy.
Tito Ortiz.
Yeah, that guy. I think. And they arrived together in Rolls Royce on the carpet, and everybody was like of her career when she come up with that zombie strippers, and she was kind of like transforming from porn to real reality.
We've seen how that worked out. With Freddy Krueger, right? She made a movie with that guy, Freddy Krueger, that character.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird
I,
one.
I didn't hear, man, in the last probably 10 years, I didn't hear nothing about Juliana. Nothing, nowhere.
Well,
Not even that.
she's now in the news.
Yeah.
She, yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough to
Something,
be because in this, I mean, you look at this porn and you think, wow, it's glamorous, beautiful woman, but actually, it's very dirty, bro. It's very dirty and it smells and
I think that's every, it's not just the porn, man. This is every actress is the same. Every
the,
person.
I don't know if I ever told you the story. So it was 2010, and I was living in Hollywood with my wife, my kid, and I get call from this calling agency, Uncut Casting. Hey, do you mind if if you get a role and in your presence is gonna be some sex scenes, some nude. No, they didn't say sex scenes. They said nude. And he pays $100 cash a day. I say cash. Uh, okay, for 3 days or 5 days. I don't remember, dude. I think it was 3 days. And then I go there. Did I tell you this story with the
I think
Japanese?
so. When you had to put a sock on your dick,
No, man, that was another. That was I was. That was that was on Stars, man. That was a big network, dude. Nah, that was different.
yeah.
That was
Okay, I
like
didn't know.
HBO, huh? No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
This was this. Listen to this one. This was real pornography. So
Wow.
I go there. I show up. It's in the morning. It's like 6 a.m. Man, and I see a Japanese crew. So I say Japanese. Oh,
And
they
you're
didn't.
the director?
Everybody was Japanese. Cameraman, director, everybody Japanese. And
Okay.
they didn't speak any English, just a little bit, because I was trying to talk to them.
Okay.
And anyway, other people they were there. They were like about let's say 16 people total. So I was one of the 16 with a Japanese. A bus arrives, loads everybody up in a bus, and everybody sits in the chairs like are people in a bus, like regular people in a bus. And then
Okay.
they would stop. They would come the pimp, whatever that rents the porn stars for the set. He would stop with the car behind. The porn star would go in a bus station. The bus would stop in a bus station, pick up the porn star, and then they will have she will have sex in a bus with the Japanese, drop the porn star. The bus would keep going through North Hollywood, just going around and around and around and around. Drop the porn star, then another porn star would come, shoot another scene, drop the porn star, and just shoot in a bus round and around and around. And the
Round
first,
and around and around
yeah,
we go.
and the first morning, you know, you arrive there, you start talking to people. What project is this? What is going on? Who sent you here? Oh, from Uncut. Oh, who sent you here? Some other company. Okay. So I start meeting these people. What is this? Oh, this is like I think this is like a porn Japanese something. Really? Wow, I didn't know that. And when the guy started to execute the sex scene in the back of the bus, I was first. I said, let me get close, so I can see. And then when I realized the smell, because it was coming the smell, the sex smell, and then I said, okay, this is not for me. Definitely, most definitely, I don't want to be here. So these people can tell me Oh, you have to be here now because we got you on camera or something. Okay. I didn't mind to be on camera because I mean, I kind of want to see myself in this. I don't know if he ever came out, but nevertheless, I went in the back of the bus and I was laughing, man. I was laughing so hard because there was one guy in the morning, early in the morning. So it was 6 a.m. Everybody comes. 7 a.m. We jump in the bus. They start. And the guy, he couldn't have his penis hard anymore. So the Japanese guy sat on a chair, and the girl was masturbating at the door, and the guy was trying to get himself going again. And he was sitting on a bench of the bus, and in the back it was an old guy, one of the actors, like me, one of the 16. And man, once the guy just snapped, and he said, "Stop touching me! Stop touching me!" And then he raised from the chair and he said, open the door!" And he left, man. He went home directly. He was so offended. And yeah, then it was just more fun. Second day, new people came. Some people quit. Some people didn't want to show up again. I showed up, man, for $100 every day for cash, bro. Get from the Japanese guys.
Oh my god.
And then another guy comes, and the new ones, I would go to them and I'll say, "Hey man, how are you? Welcome to the set." And then I would explain to them, "This is gonna be hardcore. Are you ready for this?" I would get them excited, in the morning, and the people would laugh. I would laugh so hard, man. That was much fun. And then the new guy, when I would see the new guy, I would get close and I would look at their faces. While those people they have sex, I would look at those people's faces and I would laugh. I couldn't stop laughing. I had tears in my eyes. And it wasn't like a control set to anybody to tell you stop laughing or stop doing. I was just in the back of the bus laughing my ass off, man. And to top it off this story, to tell you, one of the 16 actors on set, after many questioning, I asked him, "So what's your story?" "Oh, I just got out of prison." So after so many, I don't know how many years, 3 or 4 years, he just got out of prison and he landed on a movie set in Hollywood, on a porn movie set. That where I was there too. For the first time after the jail, you were seeing naked women.
Yeah.
That was an experience. And I remember that I was questioning because in between I start asking questions to the porn star. So, I would start with the question, "What's your stage name? Hi, how are you? What's your stage name? You tell me the stage name." And just different other questions. I was just curious, what kind of business is this? And then the other people started getting curious, and they start asking questions. And then I just stepped back at that point. But yeah, that was quite of an experience, man, on a movie set on a porn in Hollywood. And I can tell you, it's pretty dirty and it's nasty. I mean, you're looking at these girls, and I was saying, okay, so what's the deal here? Wow, so that guy is pretending to be like a porn agency. These girls, they work for him. They signed some kind of contract. They took some kind of test, the venereal diseases test. And then they stop in the back of the bus. These guys, they come from Japan. They have a movie company, supposedly. What kind of movie company is that? And they shoot in a bus. And they with these girls, it's dirty. They give them $800. The girl gets $800. I mean, it's easy, 800, you know. And then that's the deal, man. That's the pretty
Yeah.
much what's happening.
Well, at least it's legal $800. It's not like a prostitution on a corner.
I always
At least
wonder how come this is not prostitution. It is. Why? Because you're covering that. You're making a movie. What kind of movie is that?
yeah, because it's made for public. You can review it. Prostitution is one-on-one without camera
Yeah. Well,
and
yeah.
without licenses, and all these people pay taxes. So here is always, if you pay tax, you're good. They want
Yeah.
your money, man, no matter how you earn them. But man, I can see you doing that, going to the set.
Oh, that was
I
one
wouldn't be
time.
able.
Now I've been on
I wouldn't be
1,000
able.
sets, man. I've been in SAG since 2006. an actor. That was
Yeah, but
2018.
you
So there you're
went
talking 12 years of acting on thousands of movie sets, man. Thousands, literally thousands.
yeah, you told me, man, before, man, I don't know, man, 10 years ago or more, that you and your wife went to Las Vegas to this
Never been to
event.
Las Vegas.
Okay, not Las Vegas, Los Angeles. Where's that event where all the porn stars get together and sign, and it's an expo center or something? You told me. I
I
forgot
don't
what
remember.
that
Something
was.
it was in downtown LA. It was Expo or something. Yeah, I went.
Oh,
I was
so in
curious.
LA.
That was
Yeah,
2005, I think. So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
six.
yeah.
Yeah, I was just arrived in Hollywood, 2005. Yeah, I just wanted to
Yeah,
see Hollywood. I wanted to see what are the people in Los Angeles. What is this all about? And as much as I could. I wish I could have
yeah,
seen more.
yeah. I don't know how those people make money. I mean, this doesn't sell, man.
Porn, yeah, it's
I
all
mean,
free on the internet. You're wondering how.
how they make it money, I have no idea how this industry is like
I think it's just
so
these big corporations that YouTube pornographic corporations that they just bought all the companies and basically they just run the business
yeah.
and the money come from advertising and pretty much that's it.
Well, unfortunately, man, this young girls, man, very beautiful girls, and I just finished with the writer writing a script about this. I
It's a
had a
mistake.
story of,
It's a mistake. The brain is not developed until 28 years old. So anything you do until 28
well,
years
but
old
you
is
can't
quite
say
stupid.
that. You cannot say that because not every beautiful girl ends up there. So some girls are more mature and they understand this and they don't do it. And some girls I think it's the gold diggers. It's the gold diggers of this world who want easy money, man. And then that's it. It's only less than 1% who regrets and things like, oh man, how did I got here? Most of them, they are planning from like high school to be there, to get there, to
That's
make
crazy.
this easy money. To make this easy
Yeah,
money.
easy. Like I said, man, I seen that with my own eyes. You know, so it was $800 made in what two in 1 hour.
Yeah,
1 hour. I mean,
yeah.
they were filming 16 scenes in that day.
Wow, that's a lot.
Oh yeah, they came here. The Japanese man, they came directly to produce. They were on production. They were not kidding around.
That's $20,000 just in one day, right there, wasting on that.
Yeah, no set, no not. The set was the bus, just driving around in a
Yeah.
bus.
Yeah, because the boss it's a public
That's a
thing,
good
man. A lot
concept
of
to shoot a movie, dude. To do like the Japanese, to put some people in a bus like the movie Speed. You know, the bus doesn't
yeah,
stop. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
a good movie.
That's
I would shoot that
well,
comedy.
but the speed had police department had a lot more than that. Speed had chase. I mean, what you're saying is you have to have more locations than just the bus.
I would make it different. I would make it like everybody gets in a bus, whatever. Okay, we're going this, but the driver he's on speed, and just doesn't stop driving, and then that's the
Yeah,
movie basically. He's on speed and just drives,
yeah,
and he takes these people somewhere where they don't want to go.
yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if you can name a movie Speed, and then make it with a bus. Do you think you get sued?
I don't know.
If it's a
It all
comedy.
depends. Yeah, it all depends. Yeah, I mean,
It's a good idea. But yeah, that's what
yeah,
those guys did, man. They shot all day in a bus. 3 days.
yeah.
Alright, so let's see, dude. Netflix. Again in the news. It's producing the first Arabic original series, supernatural teen soap, Jinn. So
Yeah.
we were talking about a rich Arab person to
Yeah.
invest in our movie company. They're already investing in Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix. It's a lot of people have been investing in Netflix in a long time. I mean, Netflix.
It's going down. It's
Yeah,
going
it's
down.
going down. But
Amazon Prime is taking over. You can click in the links under this video to get Amazon Prime, so you can sponsor this show. Amazon is going down, bro. Batwoman
not
is coming.
Amazon. Not Amazon.
Netflix.
Netflix is going down.
Netflix. Ruby Rose leaves Twitter in wake of Batwoman backslash. So what's happening? Batwoman is gonna be played by a lesbian girl, and the people on the internet are upset.
Which one? Which character?
Batwoman. Her name is
Bat?
Batwoman. Her name is Ruby Rose. She's a lesbian
Yeah.
actress.
In real life?
Hmm.
Uh,
And the
is she
people are
white or black?
white with tattoos.
Right.
And she deleted her Twitter because everybody was hating on her.
Yeah.
So
Well, she signed the contract, man. Even if she doesn't get the job, she's getting compensated. So,
uh,
what
Sabrina,
else? What's on news?
first Netflix series, The Teenage Witch. I'm telling you, man, this is a good concept now. To teenage with witches, you shoot in the woods. That's another concept. The bus is one
Yeah.
concept. You shoot a movie in a bus. You shoot it in 2 days. 1 day, you shoot the whole movie. Then you shoot another movie in 3 days. You shoot it in the woods. You finish it in a week. About witches and stuff, man. You dress some girls in the witches and some guys, and you can make actually something really, really fantastic. You can dress somebody like in the 1400s, like in a medieval outfit, and you pretend that they just came to America, and you find some Indians and stuff like that, and then you find witches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can make it like it's happening in the 1500s. It's a good idea, dude.
Yeah.
You don't show cities, nothing like that. Just wood, just trees, and the guy with the sword fighting. You know, surviving with other guys and other women, girls, whatever, actors.
What's next?
Next. Oh, another fighter woman. So it seems like you have to make female character. Get your first look at live action Disney Mulan. Is gonna be the actress. Her name is Crystal Liu. She's gonna play Mulan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, our friend Mark Hamill, your friend. You remember he was on Hollywood Boulevard with a pickaxe on Donald Trump's star. You know he was getting in the news.
Yeah.
The guy from
I
Star
know
Wars.
his name. Yeah, some weird dude. Yeah. Those are them.
Now he's gonna play a warrior monk. This time with a sword, a real sword inside of a lightsaber, like he had on Star Wars. For the History Channel medieval drama series Nightfall.
That's a low production, man. That's a small budget film, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No. He's getting some work. That's good.
that
Mark Hamill. Paulie Perrette calls out Family Feud over filthy and sex questions. I guess on Family Feud they tried to be controversial, and this woman got upset. 3 movies are coming down the pipe, man. Hollywood to release actually 5 huge movies on the same day. Aquaman, some movie with the Bumblebee, the Transformer Bumblebee, and some other film, some science fiction. Hollywood has
yeah.
anything to say about going to the movies in the pre-Christmas weekend? Is the question which movie you gonna pick? Yeah, movies still make money, man, on a
Yeah, of
cinema.
course, man, make money. Yeah, I think it's still gonna be like this, man. No matter, no matter how many years from now, man, people still gonna want to get out of the house and just like go out, man. It's like the movie is like you could cook at home, man, and eat at home, or you could go to the restaurant. So same thing with the movie. You could watch the movie at home, or you could go out
Yeah.
and watch the movie there. So yeah, man.
A mathematician has solved the 50-year-old Beatles mystery. Something is going on with the Beatles in the news. But man, this is so I don't want to know about it.
Yeah,
It's about who wrote the 1965 hit "In My Life."
yeah,
So who cares, man? Beatles. Dude, there's so much stuff going on right now that you don't really know what to pick. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Oh, some guy
Because
from WWE superstar Natalia Neihard responded to her death of her father. I don't watch WWE. I don't know what that is. Someone died in there.
yeah,
That's terrible. They fired the Netflix CEO David Wells, the chief financial officer. So
they fired him.
yeah, I don't know what happened.
No, they need to fire some people to get better at what they do.
Yeah. Mark Cuban, the billionaire. Why he owns just a few stocks? He doesn't trust stocks, but he has a lot of cash. Mark Cuban, man. This guy, if I would say, Mr. Mark, if I if I have the honor, sir, to work with you, so you can invest 50%, you can own 50% in my company. You know Shark Tank?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Dude,
about. That guy, Lopez, went to him, made some videos with this guy.
I would love to have a special Shark Tank, just with you, him, and me.
Yeah, that guy is not gonna get.
It would be good, huh?
I don't know, man. It's
He's
just
got a
good.
lot of cash. For him to invest
Uh,
like 20,000, 50,000 in a movie company is nothing. Just to, but you have to work. This guy, if you work with him, you expect you to work, man, 16 hours a day.
of course, these people are. All of them are like that on the shark.
So, I mean, the guy probably would say, yeah, you ready? You want to work 16 hours a day? Okay, I'll help you out. But the idea is to get a meeting with him. That's tough. You know, everybody tries at Shark Tank.
Yeah,
Do you watch Shark Tank?
I did a couple times, not always, but once in a while. If there's nothing else, normal when I'm on vacation, man, there's nothing else to watch.
Yeah, Mark Cuban has a lot of cash. A whole lot of cash. Good for him.
Yeah, it's good for him, man.
Not only Netflix is looking for Saudi Arabia's money, but Elon Musk is talking to the Saudi fund to buy financing for Tesla.
Uh, of course, because that's the right market to look at, man. You have to understand if you get Dubai or somebody to invest, and those guys like this kind of. They like style, like Bugatti, and they like Ferraris, and they might like Tesla, man, and those are there to drive around.
Hmm.
But they have so much oil, man. I don't think they care about the oil, man.
Does Tesla does well against the sand? If the sand doesn't get in the engine, it doesn't break the.
No,
No.
no. Tesla actually is very like a closed. It doesn't have a grill. It doesn't have like a regular engine needs to be cooled off, and he has a lot of
Right.
grills for sense to get in. The electric car is different, man. It doesn't need to have all those things. It's just electric, man. It's like your laptop. It just works from electricity.
Yeah.
It's actually a good invention, man. It's very good. I wish they would invent something that it would be like free for people to drive, so you don't have to refuel it. Like, let's say water. You just pour water from your home, and there you go.
Yeah. Or the sun,
That
man.
would
I mean,
help.
eventually the technology is gonna get better enough to get power from the sun and power something.
That would be the best, yeah.
Oh man, there is an article after spending 5 years studying millionaires. I found there are three types of people who end up the wealthiest. And there is an article that you can read in Business Insider. Over a 4 year period, I interviewed 233 wealthy individuals. During these interviews, I asked each rich person 144 questions. It took me another 18 months to summarize and analyze their responses. So,
Yeah.
I was reading a little bit, and it seems like these people they succeeded first to generate enough passive income, so from somewhere money are coming to just fulfill their daily needs for life, and then they could concentrate on making more money. You know, I mean, for me, after I finish the show, now I have to go to work. I have to 8 hours. I just have to work. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, that's my income. I have 100 people that I have to talk to today. 100 people. That's a lot of people. And that's my job. But these guys, I have a picture with them with hats and suits, and they look beautiful, and they just have the money enough. Like I would have generating money from the movies that I publish, distribute. Right now they're making like 100 something dollars, not enough. What if they would make 10,000, you know, instead of 100? That's just 100 times more if you think about it. Just 100 more movies I have to make. So that's the deal, man, with these millionaires. You gotta get some funding to secure yourself for a period of time to fuel your energy and your business in order to take off. If you're stuck in some kind of job that you don't like, you go 9 to 5, you're gonna be stuck there forever.
Of course.
And to work with a guy like Mark Cuban and stuff like that, you have to show them that you work 16 to 18 hours a day. You sleep only 6 hours maximum. Wake up and work at a company, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I just got a email last night, man. You're talking about independent filmmaking is like you, man. Like working at the full-time job and making some independent movies, and this is independent. This is like very like no funds and working hard and for very little money, man. Um, and I just got an email last night, man, from one of the films that I produced. And you have to understand, I produce all type of movies. This is not my film. I just produced it, co-produced it. And hold on a second, I'm getting another line. Let me pick up this.
Yeah.
Maybe I won't kick you out. Hold on.
Of course you're gonna kick me out. He always does that. This guy Versace. I mean, when he hangs up, he hang up. That's it. Then I have to call back because this is not really working like that. And it's great having Mr. Versace on the show, hearing his opinion. Now we're getting on a story where the financial crisis that hit the country in 2008, now it's 2018, 10 years later. The study, Fed study from Federal Reserves, it says that it cost every American $70,000. So that was because we were just talking about movie investing or something like that, and looking for Mark Cuban, maybe from Shark Tank, to give me a chance for my movie company, because I want to make in 1 year 48 movies. That's the plan. One movie, one feature length motion picture per week. So that's my company that I would like Mark Cuban to invest 50%, or any other investor. We are here on LinkedIn, where there are a lot of investors, lot of things happening, a lot of money, and I would just love to be part of your business. I will interview you. I will question you to see, okay, so you want to invest in my company that's gonna make 48 movies in 1 year, okay? So now, who are you? How did you become an investor? I'm gonna ask you a lot of questions, to make sure that we are becoming partners. And this is for any person that is here. We have a couple executive producer spots open. Right, Mr. Versace, you there?
No, man, I'm not. I told you, man, this is impossible for me to sign up for something like this, man.
No, I'm
I
signing up.
tried. Huh?
I say right for me. I'm signing up
Yeah,
if
for
someone
you,
is
whatever.
interested.
Yeah, whatever you do, man. To me, I tried 12 films, and I can't. It was really hard, man. 12 films a year, man. You talking about right now? For me, it's impossible, man. So maybe you can handle this. I don't know. I'm not gonna vouch for it. I'm not
Oh
gonna
yeah,
say no, but
if I get the investment, the money, yes, I can handle it. Yeah, I have to be in Los Angeles doing this
yeah,
project for one
yeah,
full year.
yeah. Yeah, man. So you guys can you can do whatever you want to. I mean, to me, I think this is
Just two of the movies, they're gonna be documentaries because I'm gonna do them overseas. I'm gonna travel to Europe for 2 weeks and come back in this year, and I'm gonna shoot two of the two feature-length documentaries that they're gonna be shot about Europe.
yeah. So what are you gonna travel to Europe for? How long?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know if somebody's in for it. Yeah, I wish you good luck, man. I told you, man. I tried 12, man. To me, you would be a success to do 12. I would do $1 million budget for 10, 12 films. That's what I would want to do it. That's 100,000 per movie. You get 10 films a year, and it would be $1 million a year. This is, to me, would be more realistic. That's what I would be able able to work with, and this would be movies that I would be proud of, not so far what I'm doing with 10, 20, 30, $50,000 budgets that are very
That's a
low.
lot of
That
money.
would that would double, triple my budget, so I can make a higher quality, bigger actors and more films. So this is what I'm working on to get this kind of deal. But with your deal, whatever, man. I mean, if you think you can handle, man, and somebody is interested in that, I
Well,
mean,
the
good luck,
chances for me
man.
to find an investor, I mean, let's be honest here, are the chances for a squirrel to uh, be in a tree behind my head. You know what I mean? I mean, what are the chances of it?
You're saying the words in the air on the show, so the chance, whatever chance is, the words are up there, and maybe somebody is interested. The main thing is for you to keep up with whatever you're saying. If it's not listening, you just saying just to keep the show going. That's not good. You have to make sure that if somebody actually calls you with this deal, you keep your promise and you keep your things that you're talking on air.
Oh yeah.
That's what
If someone would offer me a contract for as less as $25,000 for 1 year to just make 48 films, feature length motion pictures, I will deliver the product.
Okay, that's it. That's all I'm saying. I'm confirming. So,
I mean,
to
your
me,
your your tag price is higher. You said 100,000 per movie. Your price tag is 1 million, right? For 10 movies.
yeah, for 10 movies, yes.
That's
I cannot
that's
do it. Yeah,
bigger
I cannot
budget.
do less than that. Yeah, I cannot do less than that. So, but you never know. You might get an offer, or somebody might want to cut an offer with me and do some projects with me, whatever, man. To me personally, I told you, man, off the air and on the air, I can't be part of this project because this is just my.
You have
You
other
can,
things to do.
no, you can't afford even with 25,000 to hire me for the whole year, man. But then you have to 25,000 not just to hire people, but you have to make the film, make the footage, and pay whatever you're planning to pay from the film.
It's gonna be
I'm
hard
just
work.
being honest.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
be
just
hard
being
work.
honest.
But I'm ready to
Yeah.
do it, man. I'm ready to jump in there. I mean, look, the same way that I can go to a job right now, like after we finish the show, I basically am gonna embark. What is it? It's already in half hour. I'll be in a car driving to work. Park the car, go to the desk, and work until 8 p.m. continuously. You know. So
Yeah.
if I put the same amount of work into making what I know best, I went to film school. I made independent films until now. So if someone would invest $25,000, that's a lot of money to say, okay, you have a chance for 1 year. I want to see 48 films. Whatever they want. They want to act in the movies. They want to be executive producers. They're gonna own anyway 50% of the movies. I can put them in the movies. I can, whatever. But to give me that opportunity, man, the same that I would work in an office, I could work doing video editing and actually filming and writing, and just doing only this. That's a big opportunity.
It's not the same, man. You go there to the job right now, you're not creative, man. You're like a machine. You turn on and off. Here, we're talking about creativity, man. You have to create content, man. You have to hire actors. You have to. It's not about the same work, man. It's totally different. Right there, you go. You could be on autopilot, man. You could just like do. Your day is gonna go by on autopilot. It's not an actual creative job. It's just an average 9 to 5 job. What we're talking about here.
No,
is
I
just
have the right
creative.
connections, man. I
Yeah.
know the connections that I have to use that offer me a lot of resources. So it's just a
Oh,
matter of using the resources.
yeah, man. We talked about so whatever. I wish you good luck, man. And to me, I said it's impossible.
Of course, it's impossible. People are so poor, man. There is a study. People don't
It's
have.
not about it's not about the money, man. It's impossible with the work, man. I'm not talking about finances.
Oh, do you think that's
Anybody can
possible?
take you on this. Anybody can take you on this offer, but you're not going to be able. I was even talking with my executive producer yesterday about this, man. When I was filming, I talked to him. I said that George is talking about this and this. Even he said this is like you being crazy. It's insane. It's
Oh well,
impossible. But
I
but
mean,
there's a lot of
I
there's
shot a
a lot of
movie in
people who would give you the
not
money,
one
man.
movie, several movies. I shot them in 3 days. I mean, it's not like I've never done it before, dude.
You don't understand, man. We were counting yesterday. It's $550 per film, man. And there's nobody on this planet, even you, never made a $550 movie from
That's
opening
why
credits.
that's why this is like a bet, is to show the value. That's why I'm saying I can grow the company from 25 grand to
Yeah,
150 grand minimum in 1 year. That's minimum. I mean, it has to grow like that. So, I mean, you have to do something unique in order to grow a company, because otherwise there's like a million people that they want to do this. They want, oh yeah, I want to make a movie, I want to make 2 movies, I want to make 10 movies. But when you say to make a quantity of movies based on experience, and you have to succeed where other people would quit, essentially.
dude, you tried this before, man, and you were
I
trying to
didn't
get
try.
some
I
people.
never had the funds. No, I never tried. I
Nah, not
always
about the
tried it.
funds.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no, no, no,
talking
no.
about the
Don't
funds.
talk bullshit, because I was always tried it. I financed it from my own money. All the movies that
I'm
I've
not
done.
talking about funds, man. I'm not talking about funds. I'm talking about you were trying before to get a couple guys who are
There is no
dedicated.
movies without money, man. If you remember Roger Corman quote, the guy said, this actually, who was it? Jack Nicholson. There are no movies without money, so forget about that. So it's no point for you to talk about trying to make movies. I made movie in 2013, 14, 15, 16. I continuously made, okay.
Yeah,
And that was from my own money and my own funds and my own sacrifice. This was from
okay.
nobody else. So there's no point to talk, because I never had a funding. Where he says, okay, you have this funding where you can make your movies. So there's
Yeah.
no comparison like that, my friend.
Well, good luck, man. Good luck. That's it. Let's switch the topic. Let's just talk about something else now, and we move on to something else.
Yeah.
I mean, you put the season there, and if somebody, a lot of people can take you on this kind of offer out
Nobody
there,
cares.
Mark,
Nobody cares.
like a lot of people, because the 25,000 technically is nothing, no money. It's
I think
very little money.
25,000. You know how much, man, you have to work for $25,000, or for a regular
Yeah,
person in America?
with your job a year, you have to work probably half a year, man. So, yeah, but that's
So
not the point. The point is for what are you offering is not a lot of money, I'm saying.
I just wanted to say, welcome to the George Anton and Vitaliy Versace podcast. So we have a debate here with Vitaliy about 25,000. What is $25,000? So okay, how much do you think is $25,000 worth, Mr. Versace?
It's not even worth one movie, man. And you throw in there 25,000. I wouldn't even do one movie with $25,000, man. And you throw in there that you're gonna make 40 movies, something, with $25,000. So I wish you good luck, man. To me, 25,000, it's not enough for a movie. I mean, we did before, man. We did before, and I'm done. I'm tired of doing this. So I said I'm not gonna make.
Some people make $25,000 the whole year
Yeah.
salary.
So what? So what?
So
But
it's like a salary. It's basically an investment, man, to invest to
it's
see.
not like a salary, dude. How can you compare this as a salary, man? This is not the salary. The salary goes to
The salary is very
feeding
low.
your kids.
I would pay myself a salary from the 25 grand from the company, of course, because that's basically the investment. And the creation of the product, that is the genius of this company. The product that comes from the company, it's entertainment. It's movies that they're gonna look high budget, but shot in a week, like very fast. But they have opening credits and beautiful pictures and beautiful people inside, you know, talented comedians, good writing, very good writing, comedy, good stuff. I was watching The Office, man, the other day. The Office US is shot so bad, and the script is so bad. I mean, I can write that on my knees, man.
Yeah.
I can write that in the
Yeah,
morning
man.
when I wake up with the actors on set. That's how bad it is, The Office. You know The Office?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, these people have a lot of money with the office, man. The writer, just the writer gets paid a week more than you offering for all this year.
Yeah.
The writer of the office is making more than $25,000 a week. So you have an idea. A week, man. That means the writers make about 50,000 a month. That's 600,000 a year. 600,000 a year. Just one department, just the writers.
Right.
Yeah. So, dude, I've been doing this too long, man. I've been union and all this too long, man, to work on 25,000 budget or something. I get this weird people sometimes call me and
No,
say,
yeah, I'm just in a situation at the point of my career, man, where I go so cheap because I am ready to actually work. And I don't know, I'm in a situation, financially where I have to go to a 9 to 5 job. So in order to the next step from this is not to get $1 million. Nobody's gonna give me $1 million, bro. There's no $1 million guy walking around here. Americans are so poor. Americans barely have. If you ask, hey, do you have $300 in savings? No, I don't. I live by check, by paycheck, by paycheck. I don't have it. So there is no such thing as million. So when you say $25,000, man, $25,000 from somebody's account. That's a lot of money. So what do you wanna give me for 25? Who are you? My name is George Anton. Who are you? I'm a film director. What experience do you have? Well, I've been a filmmaker since 2006, and I've made over 16 independent feature motion pictures. They made money. Oh yeah, they made money. Yeah. Why are you not making money now? Well, right now I'm in a bad situation. I cannot produce. So I'm looking for 25 grand to make these 48 movies in 1 year. 48 feature length motion pictures in 1 year you wanna make? Yeah, I done it before. I shot a movie in 3 days. I shot another movie in 5 days. And yeah, I shot all my movies basically in less than a week. Okay. So where you gonna sell these movies? On Amazon. I'm gonna put them on Amazon, and we're gonna sell by minutes on streaming. And all the money come from the pool from the Amazon Prime subscribers. We have 170 million subscribers that can potentially watch our production. And you're gonna make one movie every week. Yes, I'm gonna make one movie every week, sir. Do you have $25,000 to invest in my company, Anton Pictures? Okay, what is your YouTube channel? My YouTube channel is right here. I have 65,000 subscribers, but now I lost a couple of hundred subscribers. I have only 64,800. Okay, I'll invest in your company for 1 year. Here, $25,000 in your bank account. Make 48 movies, and let's put them on Amazon and get the money from streaming by minutes. Who's gonna do that? Where is that person, guy, girl? Who's gonna have this 25,000 to be part of this company, or 50% of this company? Who? There is very little people there, man. I mean, this show, nobody's watching it on YouTube. There's 2 views, and the only people that they're watching is on LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn, maybe we get about 200 views per episode. So every episode I upload 200 views, and then they grow from the last episodes. It grows up to, I don't know, a couple of thousand, maybe 6,000-7,000 people since we
yeah,
started this
LinkedIn
2 weeks.
it's a good community, man. Whereas businesses and you need only one from those 200 to give you the 25,000. So that's it. Hopefully you're gonna get that whatever you want, man. And be a busy guy, man.
You think it's gonna be somebody on LinkedIn and is gonna look at me as a project and say, "Hey man, I like your project. I wanna be involved in movies. And maybe he's gonna have some ideas, or she gonna have some ideas about what movies they would like to see." low budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. It's possible, man. To me, my personal opinion is it's very hard to convince people that you would be able to do this. So because it's a lot of work. So it's not about the money. Money is not a lot, but the work is a lot. So considering a lot of people would probably think, I don't know if this guy can pull this off. So that's going to be the number one thing that they're going to be thinking, not about the money, man.
I know,
And
but it's also depending of what person you. I mean, if you work with someone like that is like basically 10,000 times more intelligent than I am, like Mark Cuban, for instance. I mean, you're joking around, Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban will never,
and
never
that
talk
guy
to me.
is not going to invest for sure.
Of course,
Because
the guy is not gonna
he's
even.
smart.
He says, "Who is this guy?" George Anton. He's a filmmaker. He wants to. He was on George Anton and Vitaliy Versace. He's on a George Anton and Vitaliy Versace podcast, and he wants you to invest 25,000 in his movie company for 1 year. To come on, man. What is George Anton and Vitaliy Versace podcast? That guy gonna ask, right?
I guess. I don't know, man. To me, it's not about that, man. It's about what you pitching, man. It's the package that you put is just unrealistic. So to any investor, to anybody, to a regular person, to a person that works with you at work,
Right.
anybody in the world, this is unrealistic package. So that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. So if the package is unrealistic, then they think you cannot pull this off. That's it.
Well,
And nobody wants to lose money, man. People, investors, and people, they wanna make money, not lose money.
well,
So
this is what I have to
I met
offer.
people.
What I'm selling,
Dude, I
man, is
met
myself,
people that
basically.
didn't care, man. I met people they don't care about the money, man. They don't care about your 25,000, 50,000, 100,000. I met people that they have so much money they don't care, man. They spend at one hotel at one night 50,000, man. So they don't care about the money. They just don't like it. They like it to be something that is first of all not to hold them as a fools. Just make sure you're honest and all this stuff. And it has to be, like I told you, realistic offers, man, not something because
Yeah,
people,
normally I would have to have the 48 scripts ready. You know, that's what would be an investment. But then,
so the people have to hold the money until you have 48 scripts ready, right? Or what? Because
well, they're not gonna be scripts because a movie shot in a week is basically mostly an idea, and it's gonna be shot kind of like a Borat. You know, you go ad hoc scenes. Like I have a movie, for example, shot all entire at Universal Studios inside the park. Just film an actor. He's going there for for some reason. I have couple of stories.
Yeah, we understand.
Yeah.
We understand. I got it.
So easy stuff, you know, with high locations, like by the Hollywood sign. I want a movie with a guy that makes they go for a trip. You know those road movies? You know when they go from point A to point B?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a group of friends, guys and girls, and they arrive to Hollywood and they take a trip to Hollywood sign. They go Hollywood Boulevard, they eat something, and then they go up to Hollywood sign, they talk, bam. By the end of the Hollywood sign, you finish the movie.
Yeah. Well, if somebody has more questions, they can email you or call you on the show and talk to you more, or email you for more questions and how to do with you this package that you offered them and sign this deal and do it. So, like I said, I mean, I wish you good luck, man, and I'm not.
To make a dream reality.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah, that would be amazing,
Yeah.
man. This is like Make-A-Wish Foundation. I should go to the Make-A-Wish. If I keep smoking this, I'll end up on a Make-A-Wish Foundation, and then maybe I'm gonna get this on my last feet. An 11-year-old hacker replica of the voting system in 10 minutes, man. 11 years old per
Yeah.
kid. He
Very smart
hacked
kid is nothing.
he hacked the voting system replica
Yeah.
in 10 minutes. Okay? So I'm 40 years old. If a 10 years old can do this hacking, I don't even know how to hack this. Or maybe I can, but I don't want to think about that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
how can I compete, man? And you're thinking to someone to give you 25 grand to invest. Do you know how many people there in the world like me? I'm one person. There are 5 billion people in the world. Everybody wants the same thing.
There is not one person in the world like you that thinks the way you just think. There's no one. You can find one person who's going to offer 40 films. You can find one that's going to offer 20 films for 25 grand. You can find one person who's going to offer 15. So you're the only one, dude, in the whole world. There's no other. So don't say there's a lot of people like you. There's nobody like you.
Wow, yeah, well, we are all unique.
No, there's nobody who can offer the work that you just heard an entire man.
Because it's a lot, man. 25 grand, it's a lot of money.
Dude, again, you go to the money. No, it's not. It's not a lot of money, dude. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, you
operate-
can buy me out for
I'm-
25 grand at this point. It's easy.
Dude, I'm just explaining you, man.
Yeah.
You're the only one on the planet who's offering
Listen, my
to
friend.
be a
I've
to be a
seen
slave
people.
for a
I've
year.
seen people on Shark Tank going and asking for $30,000, for $20,000. Poor people, man.
I
Just
seen 250,000. That's not the point. Again, it's not the number of the money, man. Money is nothing right there. 25,000. The thing is, what your package, what you're offering is not realistic. Nobody in the world offers that. That's it. That's how you can understand me, man.
yeah. Well, that's good because if nobody in the world offers this, that means I offer something unique. So even if it's crazy enough, I guess that's good. If because you say it's not realistic. I mean, I
If
just
you can go through this, yeah, it's very cool. It's very unique.
dude, this is
And
this
I
would
talked with my executive producer yesterday. He said the same thing. It's a unique. It's a very cool thing if you can go through till the end and actually keep your promise and bring the project to the end.
oh, that's a promise, man. Because that you don't understand. I told you there are so many billions of people in the world that want the same thing. For me, that this
No,
would
they
be.
don't. I explained.
I
it.
understand
They
what
don't
you're
want
saying.
nothing.
No, they want the money. I understand you say I'm unique. Everybody's unique in their own way, and everybody's beautiful, man. Everybody's a good person. I mean, just I would say few people in the world that I am disgusted by, but everybody else is beautiful. Okay, so. Um, Everybody wants the same thing. Now, someone to offer me say, okay, you don't have to go to this 9 to 5 job, or you have to work this, talk to these people on the phone for 8 hours, or do the office, the desk job. You're gonna do the things that you love to make movies, but you promised 48 movies, so I don't know how you're gonna do this. But you're not gonna see the money coming because there is basically I'm gonna be starting with about 1,000 in advance, from the 25, and then $2,000 every month by contract, you know. And the question would be from the company, say, hey, I own 50% of this company. You said 48 movies. If it's not one movie, feature movie every week, then the next month is not gonna come the $2,000. So I would work my ass off from 6 in the morning writing the best content that I can write, the best comedy and the best movie, that by the end of the week, so you can be amazed by the food, by whatever I realized that week. You know what I mean? It's gonna be
You know who can take it on this offer? I hope the Howard Stern can hear this and take the offer, man, because the guy would want to just see how this is gonna end, and I wanted to see how this is gonna end too myself, man, because I kind of know the ending, but I wish Howard
the
Stern
ending
would
is not
watch
gonna
this.
happen, man. This is we're just talking on a show about a dream. Howard Stern cares about my project. Howard Stern cares about my project like he cares more about his napkin that's ejaculated in by the side of his bed. okay?
Yeah.
That to throw the napkin so the woman that cleans his room doesn't find the napkin because he ejaculated, and she's gonna say, "Oh, look, Howard Stern just ejaculated in this." So has to hide that, okay? Has to take the napkin and hide it. So he cares more about that napkin 5 minutes of his life than giving me 5 minutes of opportunity. You understand? That's how unimportant I am in the world of entertainment as of now.
Yeah.
As the Howard Stern napkin or the sock that you just ejaculated in last night when you were hiding from your wife.
Well, but the guy likes to challenge people, man. Like he challenged with Pete. I don't watch that unless they hit show. I mean, I just know very little about the guy. I don't know about his the napkins and all this stuff because I don't listen to his show. But I know he had that kissing booth and couple. So what's the purpose of that is to challenge people, man. So this is a challenge right here. What are you doing? What are you trying to say that you could do with 25,000? It's a challenge, man. Technically, I think you would be interested to see how this is if this is gonna happen, man. But
Yeah.
you're right. He might not want to give you that answer. He might not want to talk on the show. And I'm not saying to talk about you. I'm just saying, or mention you. I'm just saying to write an anonymous check, not from Howard, to hire a person, a different person, anybody there, to give you this $25,000. And I would like to see that, how you're going to make 48 films. Because I'm not going to be part of it. I'm just going to watch it from the side.
Oh
But
yeah,
I'm interested. Yeah, I'm interested to see
you would talk about on a podcast, man. Every morning would have the podcast, and I would tell you exactly what's
yeah,
gonna
but
happen in a day.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
different.
the
I want to watch
podcast
the
in
film.
itself, the podcast in itself is gonna become interesting because it's gonna be like a 1 year. It's like you put a monkey in a cage. You wanna see? Okay, you make 48 movies in 1 year, 48 feature length motion pictures. Okay, let me see. 80 minutes has to be minimum. And it's like watching a monkey. It's like that movie when they. You remember that movie when they were putting them on in a tent?
No.
It's like Big Brother, man. It's the same concept. It's just stuck someone in a situation and podcast. So you're gonna be witnessing, yeah. But this.
I'm not talking about that, man. I'm talking. I would watch every movie from the all 49.